Hey, Shalom, Marcus, Rakam, Passion, James, only giving all praise, honor, and glory to Al Bashim, Al Shai, Bashim, Rakak, Kodash. I want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom at that to the hopeful that's pushing his truth and all sincerity. This is another quick video. It's an article that was posted up in the chat the other day. And, you see from the title here, it says black couple sue appraiser who valued home 500,000 less than when white friend posed as owner. And he saw, would be adamant that there's no institutional racism going on, that we get treated fairly and equally. We get a fair shake at everything, man. It's a complete BS, and everyone knows it, man. Esau's just the devil, and he always will be, man. All right, but it just goes to show, man. Esau is he's a douchebag, straight up douchebag, right? But it just shows you, man, that you Jake, man, you're under curses, man. Okay, right now you're under curses, and Esau's on top, and Esau hates your guts. Okay, he hates you with a fervent hatred, man, because he knows who we are. Okay, and he hates the fact that we're those people, we're the chosen people of the Most High. He hates that, and that we have the blessing and the promises that was given to us by the Heavenly Father. He hates that, right? So he has created a system that doesn't benefit you really. That's really working against you all the time, no matter what it is that you're doing. Okay, and everybody's in on it. Right? All these nations treat you the same way because Esau has made it that system. Okay, it's his system. Okay, and it's meant to negatively affect Jake. All right. So, I ain't gonna read the story, but just a brief recap. When I read it, it's basically that they had this property and they did all kinds of work to it, and they're assuming that all the work that they did to it would have increased the price, which normally it would if you're not black, so-called black, if you're not Jake, right? I think they're in a Jake neighborhood, and whatever, and all this, when they had the appraiser come, all this stuff is going against them. It's negative. Oh no, black people own this house, and oh, it's in this type of neighborhood, and this, that, the third, so they got a value that they couldn't quite understand, and so what they did, they got one of their so-called white friends to pose as the owner with another appraiser, and is they got double the price for it. So you obviously know there's some bullshit going on. Okay, and it's the same thing when you apply for jobs. I've seen it for myself. You apply for jobs under a certain name. It is too too black, so-called black. You change it to a more white name, so-called white name. You get you got a better chance of getting the job with the same CV. I've seen it, right? So there's things at work that Esau just has inherently working in the background that's working against you, man. All right, but that's because they're in charge and we're under the curses, man. Okay, part of the curses that they're in charge, running us, man. So I don't want to make this video long. I'm just gonna grab a few scriptures. I'm gonna jump around Deuteronomy 28 a little bit. 28 and verse 15, it says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all these commandments and these statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." Right, and this is what's happened to us, man. We failed to, follow the commandments of the Heavenly Father, and the Most High has cursed us, man, and scattered us into all these nations, and have them over us, man. Got us in captivity underneath them. Right, I'll jump down to verse 20. It says, "The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke." And that's Jake's life, man. Okay, there's times where Jake laughs, man, but Jake really dealing with a lot of shit all the time, man. Right? Always at a handicap, always dealing with some madness, right? So it is a cursed life, man. Right? It says, vexation and rebuke, and in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do. Right? So the Most High is basically not going to make really things really work for us, man. Okay, the Most High is against it. It's against us. Right? The only way you get anything out of this world is that you got to do further wickedness, man. And Satan will help you out. Satan will give you more. If you become more and more wicked. Okay, but that's not the way we're meant to be. We're meant to return unto the Heavenly Father and be righteous, and the Lord will provide for us, man. Give us all that we need. All right. Jumping down a bit more to verse 37, and thou shalt become an astonishment and a proverb and a byword among all nations, with the Lord shall lead thee. Right, so all these nations that the Most High is put us in, all these nations look down upon us, man, and they got their own, words for us, derogatory words, and just how they treat us, man. They treat us as lesser, as a problem. And so when it comes to things like this, even though Jake might have done fairly well, he got his own property and he was building, he was doing more. But guess what? If Esau had his way, you wouldn't be getting shit. He don't want you to get the extra money for the house so you can pass it on to your family, your children. They don't want you to thrive. They don't want you to increase. Right? And they'll just make a whole bunch of reasons why you don't deserve it. That's what they do. That's what all these nations do. All right. It says, verse 43, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. Okay, all these nations are above Jacob. All of them. Everywhere Jacob is, they're the lowest. Whether you're a Negro, whether you're Hispanic, whether you're Native American, you're always at the bottom. These new cats from these other nations come in and they set up shop. Moab and Elam. All of them, they just come in there and just set up shop, and they're already automatically above you because Esau giving them, that help. But Esau ain't trying to help you, right? So they're all high, but we're very low, right? It says, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. Okay, we're always having to borrow money. We're always in debt. From the time you're born, you're in debt, right? And so, and Esau makes it even worse, where he make you borrow some mad percentages, because your credit ain't good. Because you ain't got the history or whatever, or because you're always poor, because you got the poorest paid jobs, and so Esau got mad percentage that he want to charge you for taking out loans and stuff, man. But the other nations ain't getting charged nowhere near as much as you're getting charged, man. So all he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, and that which he commanded thee. All right. So that's, this is a whole list of curses right here. You can read through it all, because Jake suffered through it all, man. But I'm just going to pick out bits and pieces, right? And in verse 68, at the end, it says, no man shall buy you. It means no one's going to take us out of this predicament that we're in, man. Okay, we're going to be captives and slaves under Esau until Yahushua comes. Okay, and we're going to be facing these curses until the Lord comes. All right. Psalm 73 verse 5, and this is, going into Esau, right? It says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued the other men. They got it good. They got it good compared to us, man. Okay, they get all the loans, they get all the preferential treatments. Like I said, man, you pose as Esau, you get more, man. That's it. You pose as Esau, you get more. Esau gets more in this world because this is his world. Okay, and these other nations get more than us. Okay, but Esau get the most because he's running it, right? This is Jeremiah 15 verse 5. It says, who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem, or who shall bemoan thee, or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest? Okay, none of these nations give a shit about our plight, man. It's all just talk, like acting like these people are trying to help or whatever. These men don't give a crap, right? They don't understand the handicap that Jake is actually through, and they ain't trying to solve it. Okay, and it won't be solved. Esau would continually take the piss and try and do you out of shit. Even though Jake worked hard all his damn life, man. Obviously some of you are criminals out there, obviously, but we know Jake that worked hard all our lives, man. I ain't got shit to show for it because of the system. All right. This is Amos chapter 1 verse 11. It says, thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. I say Esau is angry with us, man. This is why, he's made a system, he made a system such as that, it just afflicts us all the damn time, oppresses us. Right? Because he has that perpetual hatred, man. If Esau tells you that he loves you, man, it's a lie. because he'd always want to see you below him, man. Always want to see you below him, right? And he got you at the bottom right now. All right. So I'm gonna end it with this one, right? It's in Psalms 83, just to show you that these nations don't give a shit and they're all in on it, man. As long as they're doing better than you, they don't care. Right? So Psalms 83 verse 2 says, "For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may no more be in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee." And you got a whole list of nations that came up against us, man. Okay, looking to cut us off. And like I said, all these nations, man, they don't care. They look down upon Jake, man. They see you as the worst of the worst. So if you're at the bottom, you deserve to be at the bottom in their eyes. Okay, they ain't trying to help you up. Like I mentioned, Deuteronomy 28:68, no man shall save thee, which means no man shall buy you, redeem you. Right? No one looking to really establish Jake and raise Jake up. Okay, they don't want to do it. Instead, they want to take advantage of you, man. Take advantage of your abilities. Okay, but keep you poor. That's what they want to do. All right, so if you know Esau to say there's no institutional racism and all that shit, man, it's a straight up lie, man. All right. Oh yeah, the woman that came in, she put all her possessions in there, changed the color schemes and all this kind of stuff, and yeah, doubled in price, man. Because they're Edomites, man, so-called white. Okay, Jake don't get treated like that, man. Okay, Jake gets the shitty end of the stick every time. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom, and I'll catch you guys. This is on the next video, man. So till then, I say shalom.